just had a child. It was 11 months. Well, she's going to be 11 months on Friday. Mm-hmm. I think we were in an argument at one time, and she said, "Oh, that's why I didn't want to have a baby with you."
Mm-hmm. I did.
And
I did say that.
Okay, you're upset, and you said something that you didn't mean. You cannot convince her that that's not what she meant. Mm-hmm. So where do I go with this? Mm-hmm. What do I do?
See, here's the tough part, because that's how I felt. Mm-hmm. Because Dale has another child. Mm-hmm. He's been married before. And so he already knew what to do here. He's already done this. This is why I was afraid to, to parent with him. He just makes me feel inadequate in everything. Mm-hmm.
I don't really know if this is my last time, but what I know is I'm feeling just fine. My life is like a rap carpet, and I'm feeling like the richest millionaire. This is my local mayor, and I'm the biggest star around here.
What's happening? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. You saw the clip. This is the origin of a homewrecker. You know what I'm saying? Like, this chick was just disrespectful and mean for no reason. But this is the reason I'm making this video is because these are the things that happen in relationships and in marriages that people skip over. And then they come to social media and act like they're just some innocent angel who's a victim of some evil guy, right? So obviously the guy had a kid already. They got married. They had a kid. And she said something like that. And obviously the guy loves his wife, but he being too soft. He got to let her go. She got to go. Like if that's an honest depiction of who she's been in a relationship, she's got to go. Honestly, the part when she was like, well, I just, I wish I never had a kid with you. This goes to something else we've talked about prior. There are a lot of you ladies who want to have kids. Y'all don't want to have families. So she wanted a kid, and she probably wanted a kid with him. You get what I'm saying? She probably wanted a kid with him because she is the quality she has in him, or the type of guy he is, and she knows he's going to take care of him and them because they obviously got married, right? But she got the guy, she got married to the guy, she created a family of their own with the guy, and then all of a sudden, I should have never had kids with you. Okay, so you don't want this situation. Okay, cool. You don't want it anymore. So 9 times out of 10, the way she's acting and talking in that thing, she's the one that's going to break it up. And he's going to be heartbroken because you can see he R&B ready to cry at night in the clip. So it's like, oh, okay, this is what we doing. But you fast forward 5-10 years from now, her father is not in her life. Our child does not have a father, and their fathers aren't in the home. These black men need to be in the home with their families, and these kids are suffering, and we're suffering. These men are trash. And it's like, in my opinion, I wish like social media has put a rewind button on life, because a lot of people do things and years go by and they act like they forgot it, right? This is how it goes, like, because she obviously wants control. She obviously wants to do it the way she wants to do it. And the young lady admitted, young woman admitted, oh, he makes me feel inadequate. Like, you married to the guy, and how did the guy make you feel inadequate? Let me guess. You, somewhere in your twisted mind, you're in competition with your husband. And he's a parent already, so he's like, yo, let's try it like this. It might work like this. I've been down this road. This might actually work. And instead of going, okay, you go, that's not what I want to do. And it's like, oh. And this idea of, I said something that was hurtful, and he needs to grow up as far as stop being a simp, because she meant what she said. Because he's going to say, well, she didn't mean it, but I can't convince her that she didn't mean it. You're right, you can't convince her she didn't mean it because she meant it. And you're trying to rectify in your head, like, if she meant this, we can't be together. But you want your family so bad that it's like, man, I'm gonna just act like I'm gonna try to make a reason up to say that she didn't really mean to do it. And she's just sitting there like, she doubling down, like, I said it, I did it. You know, counselor, they're just sitting there, interesting. Okay. What do you think? And it's like, yo, man. Because I saw another one, I don't know if I could upload it. It's kind of like the same type of show. A husband went to a funeral, like a coworker's sister's funeral, and she's like, why you gotta go? She basically hit him with the camera. People die every day, B. Why you gotta go to their funeral? Maybe that's a friend of his and he's supporting his friend. But hey, because you got issues in your life, you supposed to just say, F your friends and the people that die in their life. Oh, okay, no problem. But I'm going to get back to this particular clip. It's just inconsiderate, ungrateful, and jerk behavior. And this is the type of behavior, if they have a girl or a boy, she's basically going to teach. You could say anything. You could be as disrespectful as you want to. You could be as rude as you want to. You could be as mean as you want to. And hey, it's just nothing. Let's just and when the world's not going to respond like that, it's like, oh, okay. Now your baby's a victim because your baby's a jerk because you a jerk. And this is what I meant earlier about control. The way she's acting in that clip is she wants to have control over the situation because it's her baby in a sense. And she wants to parent her baby in her ideal mind way that she feels like she can do. And she's mad because it ain't going the way she thought because there are two parents. And that's an issue with a lot of you ladies who, say, y'all want the kids first. And then y'all want the family second. So y'all have the kids, y'all blow up the family aspect, and then when the kid and the control and even the money ain't good enough and you wind up stressed out on the back end, 5, 10, 15 years later, sometimes 20 years later, when the kid's grown, now you want a family. And it's like, you're dumb. You're stupid. Y'all like putting the cart before the horse. You really do. And these type of things being on social media and how egregious a lot of our ladies are. At this point, they're just doubling down on being disrespectful to the point, doubling, tripling, quadrupling, because all you needed is to make a show, walk out with your camera phone, and you see a demographic of women, whether they're, in poverty or upper, or supposed to be, upper echelon women acting completely out of pocket. Whether they're disrespectful, whether they're sellouts, whether they're super feminists and control freaks, it really doesn't matter. Whether they're just overly sexual and that matters to them to the point where they're just making a fool of themselves publicly. It's like at this point, I'm glad y'all are so entrenched in this because now the world can see, in a sense, the black men understand these women aren't changing. They're not trying to change. They're on autopilot doing this. They've watched other black women on television shows and on movies and on talk shows and on reality TV and on documentaries and on social media and in their family and at work have this same attitude, and they look at it like, oh, that's bad, girl, I wouldn't do that, and turn around and do the same thing. Turn around and do the exact same thing. It's like, well, with me it was different. It was a different situation. It's like, no, it's not a different situation, man. You out of pocket. You out of pocket, and you're gonna raise your kids to be out of pocket. Obviously, if it was all you, like she would be that one, because she comes off as the type of woman that she gonna get mad by something dumb about. He might have a great relationship with his child, and she's gonna have an issue and take the child because she wants it her way. And a lot of fathers who are quote unquote non-custodial parents, they know exactly what I'm talking about. There are a lot of you mothers out there who y'all don't like y'all kids to be happy. If it ain't with you, y'all just don't like it. Y'all will ruin any good situation, especially if it's with the father, because y'all don't want to be happy. And he was happy, the kid was happy, but guess who wasn't happy? She wasn't. Makes no sense. It's stupid, but people like that make it make sense to them. They're the only one in the world that makes sense to. But the reason, like I said, the reason I'm talking about this is because at the end of the day, you're gonna see a woman like her years later act like I don't know how we got here. All that stuff you did. What stuff did I do? When did I do that? When did I say that? What day was that? Do you have it on film? Is it recorded? I don't remember anything. It's like, oh, okay. Okay. I was going through something at that time. Oh, okay. Whatever. But I'm going to leave it at that. You tell me what you think about it. Like, share, subscribe or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.